Note, this is my first post commentary and I will try to get better. I am not perfect. This is actually a team gameplay with one of my friends, Envy423. So we're running to a swamp. He had a head start because I was lagging or something. But he's some other place, and I'm just getting wood, trying to get a stone sword real quick. Sadly, I don't have any soup because I was a bit late. And I'm trying to avoid the other players, so I'm trying to kind of go around the jungle. I find him right here. He has a wooden sword, but he has some soup. So he tosses me 3, and I think he had about 1 hot bar. And we start just exploring. I forget if we were tracking somebody or not. Maybe just trying to get cocoa beans. But we see this temple, the jungle temple in the distance. So we go check it out, see if we can get some like diamonds or whatever. So we go down here. I'm actually not sure of the combination, so we're just kind of going down this like corridor, trying to break all the tripwires. So it actually triggered it, so we kind of disabled all the traps, I guess. He actually loots this chest, and I don't get a time to see what's actually in it, but it was around 20 gold and 4 iron, so that's enough for 2 iron swords and some armor. We were about to craft it, but neither of us had any wood, and we saw some name tags. Oh wait, that's actually later. I'm just trying to kind of just randomly like trying to figure out the code. Because I don't have a pickaxe and I'm not sure if he did. But we see these 2 name tags up in the temple. We first think it's just one person, but then it turns out it's actually a team of 2. So they start coming down. I'm like keep telling him to get to the other side of the door so we don't hit each other. But too late. He just comes down. Luckily they didn't come at the same time. I'm kind of just we're both trying to just jump crit. They obviously have the soup advantage because you can see them souping a lot. This guy, I ran out of soups here and I'm trying to survive. Luckily, the crits take him out. Next, we start divvying up the soup. There wasn't a lot because, as you know, cocoa beans got nerfed, so it takes 2 to make a soup instead of just 1, which I think is really annoying because that draws a lot more people to the swamp, and they also nerfed swamp, so I don't know what he's thinking. We just try to we're just like mining in. We find a lot of bones, and then he has an idea that we could turn all the bones into bone meal and get a bunch of cocoa beans to get like a full inventory of soup. So which turns out we didn't have any, so we started to look for it, but we got some here. He just starts doing like just bone mealing it. I get some. It's actually kind of boring right now. But he tosses me some. We craft a lot more soup. Then we start tracking this guy because we're pretty comfortable because I have a chest plate and he has leggings, and we both had iron swords and a decent amount of soup. So we feel pretty confident in our ability to win a fight, as well as being a team of 2. And excuse my sister noise because she's so annoying sometimes. But we find this guy. He's actually a Time Lord. We actually never catch him right now. We're just kind of like being stuck, and Envy's kangaroo and I'm Snail, so he's just, if we got 1 hit and we got lucky with our chance, then we could slow him down a lot. Envy's just trying to kangaroo, but we got trapped again. We eventually just like lose him. We start to go back here, and we're just kind of lollygagging around trying to like just kind of find somebody else. Maybe in these towers there's some people, because we think he towered, but he actually didn't. He's like hiding or something. We just see a bunch of glitch players because it's spawned. I'm not sure what's causing that, like, error or whatever. We think we saw someone in that tower, but it actually turns out there was, but he was I'll leave that for later. He was actually in that tower, but he was like shifting. We're just kind of getting XP because we know we're going to try to get Feast, and so we need a lot of levels. This guy is Zoltan Lofty. I'm not sure how to pronounce that really, but we are trying to find him, or we're trying to get another guy because we think he's in the tower and we don't really want to try to raid towers right now. I'm trying to get another guy. We go down here, and we're getting some meat. I start to get wood because we were planning to go mining, so we needed some wood. But we couldn't really find a cave, so it's just kind of like we're randomly like going around right now. We soon find the Saints Row guy. He was actually hiding behind that tree. So I see him here, and I just run in. He's actually I'm not sure how he did it, but he jumped really far there. So I just kind of jump in because we have the definite armor advantage and combat, just overall combat advantage. The zombie almost like killed him because he was lagging a bit. So we loot that guy. He gets the armor from him, and we just start organizing our inventories, tossing out unwanted items, and soon we're just kind of like going around trying to get some items or whatever, and just kind of like just trying to find somebody else because I believe it's like top 4 right now or something, maybe 5. As we're going down this hill, it turns out Feast spawned earlier, so I'm kind of trying to follow him wherever he went. My compass glitches out a bit. So we're at Feast, but it's 5 minutes, so we expect there's definitely one person who's going to come. Hopefully not in full iron. We're just kind of frolicking around on the platform, trading some items off. And he's coming pretty soon. He comes from the direction of this way. And we go in. He actually gets some kind of good hits. Envy gets a good combo, and I'm kind of just snailing him from the side. He's kangaroo, and we knock him into this hole. I don't think Envy's loot. I don't know what Envy's doing. He just like went up, and I just kill him right there. I quickly sort through his items. I get a lot of soup materials, and I get an iron chestplate instead of a gold one, which is a real upgrade. And Feast is spawning really soon. I also get a lot of carrots from the guy, but I forget if I tossed those. No, I think I have them. We're just waiting for Feast, and 30 seconds away. And here it is. We just start to loot it. I take some water buckets in case we need to MLG. We get some TNT. I enchant my sword. Luckily I got sharpness 1, not like unbreaking or something. I get some arrows, a bow, because we think the last guy's in a tower, definitely. And I also grab some like steak or whatever, poison potion. We start to, here just randomly places a water bucket, and I believe I snagged the enchantment table. And he's trying to get levels so he can enchant his stuff. It was kind of just like random because we could easily have taken out the guy. He just was like obsessed about getting levels to enchant like his full armor. And I grabbed it, but he made me put it back down. And I blew it up right there. And I just blocked just in case a TNT came flying randomly at me. We tracked this guy, but we found this random like redstone contraption. And we find him in that tower. As you can see, he's on the very tip of that like pillar. I pull out my water bucket in case he's switcher. We actually don't know what kid he is. I fail at bow shots right now. I can't hit him. I'm not sure if it was like too high or just my aim is terrible, but I fire 2 shots off. I only have 6 arrows. It kind of turns out to be a flop. And I head this way trying to get like higher ground, and I don't want to just normally pillar up. I try to get some bow shots, but he's kind of just hiding there. And Envy's just looking for the bonus feast, so I don't know what he's doing. We think he's either switcher, stomper, or like we also think he's a levitator because we thought we saw a levitator in a tower earlier, and that might have been him. Right now I'm just getting a bunch of blocks because I have like nothing. I want to have at least like a 64.5. Sadly, I don't actually get enough, and I have to go I have to use like I almost used TNT to pillar up, but then I didn't because that would be stupid. For some reason I had trouble while we were just randomly like trying to look for the bonus feast. I gave him some soup because he was requesting it, and I went back to get the guy now that I have enough blocks, and I find him over here, and he's in the tower, and some zombies randomly attack me. And I run over to the tower to start to pillar up. And it uses a lot of blocks. It uses 4 blocks for every one like I tower up, so it uses so many blocks. I'm just going up, and I think he's just gonna like switch me, and that's why I have my bucket in my hotbar so I could MLG water if it had to happen. I keep going up, and it looks like I'm running out of blocks really fast. I'm using now my oak wood, and I have to use my cobblestone now. I keep going up. I only had like 20 cobblestone, so I'm running out right now. I was tempted to use my TNT because that was the only other block I had. I tried to get some dirt from this guy's tower, but that's kind of pointless. And I'm like requesting more blocks from Envy, but he's like way far away. But he eventually starts coming back. And I start to, like, I was thinking about watering up, but I start to go down, like, the middle of my tower, and I was thinking I could destroy all the blocks in the middle, and then start to water bucket up. And I start to water bucket up, but I was lagging a bit, so I was, like, failing at swimming, as you can see. And then I just start to place blocks under me sometimes, so I wouldn't, like, fall back down all the way to the bottom. I eventually get to the top, and I keep pillaring up, but then I run out again. And yeah, Envy comes soon with more blocks. He's kangaroo, so he can quickly tower up. And I'm just kind of waiting for him because I don't want to tower up anymore without a safety tower. I don't want to like water bucket up. And oh, there he is, and he gives me more blocks. He like jumps back down or something. But I go up here. I'm really close now. And I ran out of blocks yet again. And he's like laughing at me right now because I keep running out of blocks like every second. And actually now, the guy was a shapeshifter in the tower, and he was disguised as a dirt block. Luckily, somehow I hit him like through a block, and I have my water, so I just MLG right there. And he actually dies of fall damage. And Envy and I were trying to think of how are we gonna like decide who the winner was, and all of a sudden he just starts attacking me, and I kind of don't have time to retaliate, so he got a few easy hits on me. And I have a slight armor advantage. He has a sharp one. We both have sharp one, and he has a diamond sword. So I bring out my potion. I kind of MLG potion him, and I start to fire, and I water bucket because I don't want to get on fire either. I start to run back over, but then all of a sudden pit spawns, so we each have time to reorganize our hotbars. I don't know why I'm refilling so slow right now. I'm just kind of lame right now. And I can't find him, so I just track him right there, and he's like running at me. I try to quickly flint and steel him, but he instant damage pots me. And I quickly get my soup in, and I fire and lava him right there. And I just go back in. I've got a pretty good combo right here. And he didn't have like too much soup. As you can see, I accidentally dropped the soup, but then I win. Yeah, I comment on how I did with my commentary. I'm sorry it wasn't like perfect or anything. Thanks for watching. Bye.